Big talk, no filter.
All right. I'm Big Talk, Tim.
No filter, Paulie.
All right. Welcome to this episode of, we're going to talk about poker. You know, we live in the number one legal gambling state.
Big Reno there. Big Reno.
We're
the
in
biggest
Reno.
little city in the world.
World Series of Poker is held down in Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, I know a couple people that played in it, actually.
Yeah.
Do you? Like personally?
Not personally,
Yeah.
And so it's, you know, I mean, basically it's anybody with 10 grand. It's the buy-in. You know, it's like you and I, if we had 10 grand laying around, we could go enter in to win and
I don't think Chancey Billups will be able to play anymore.
No.
Yeah, I think he's not allowed in there.
I think he's done. But in honor of the poker episode, I brought the poker glasses when you're under the lights and everything, even at your normal casino. Go down to the Atlantis or the Peppermill.
Yeah. I'm gonna take these stupid headphones off. I don't think we need them, Tim. There we go. How's that? That looks a little better.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, because you do people wear the headphones at the table and stuff at the poker table. It looks stupid to me.
All right, well, let's take them off.
All right. Yeah, I'm getting it. Take them. There we go.
All right.
Oh.
Now I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
anything.
I can't hear you neither.
Yeah, well,
but I can hear you though.
I can hear you, but I can't hear you.
All right.
You sound better in the headphones. Well, we're talking about poker. So, but I wanted to tell a story of, because again, we can go down to any of these poker rooms. I like the Atlantis. It's clean. It's nice.
I played a tournament all the time. Well, not all the time. I used to play all the time.
10 o'clock in the morning tournament.
The 10 o'clock tournament at the GSR when they had it. Was the best.
GSR is not around doing the.
They haven't done it since COVID. They stopped doing it. They put the stupid glass up, and then after they took it down, they got away with the 10 o'clock game. They do an evening one, I think.
Okay.
But right now, if I play, and I play very, very seldomly anymore, because you know how good I'm not. I like to. I go to the Atlantis, play the 11 o'clock tournament every day at the Atlantis.
There's an 11 o'clock.
Every day at 11 o'clock, they got it. So we'll shout out to them guys.
Okay.
Jordan, the Minnesota Vikings fan over there. He's a dealer, and Shannon, she runs the room.
Yeah. Probably some of the same people. I haven't been down there in a while, but probably some of the same. One of the dealers his name was George. And actually,
I think I know George.
Yeah, and if he's
dark-haired guy, kind of heavy,
dark-haired, taller and heavier,
hockey fan, big hockey fan.
Because
I know exactly.
He's originally from like Philadelphia, New York, or someplace like that. But let me tell you how George got here, and his story is public, so that we're not telling anything that he wouldn't want people to know, right?
Okay.
But George was on his dad. Flew him out here, and they were out here to watch. He was like 17 years old.
Oh, you're talking about the one in the okay. This is a different guy. George is the older guy.
Oh no, George is. I mean, he's older now, but he was probably in his, I don't know, 30s, mid 30s, almost 40, maybe. The last time that I was down there.
Okay.
But no, and you probably know the story. But George came out because they were coming out from New York. Reno's a destination. Vegas is super big, so yes, of course, they're going to go down for the Super Bowl. But he brought his dad brought George out here to fly out here for the Super Bowl in the late 80s, and 89, I believe, 86 or 89.
Okay.
So anyhow, they're getting ready to fly back.
Okay.
And that's when the plane crashed. And George was the only sole survivor. So unfortunately, George's dad passed. But they were, and it was down off South Virginia down there. The Reno airport looked way different. Wasn't as big as it is now. I don't even know if it was an international airport at the time.
Right. Right.
Now it's called the Reno International Airport.
Right.
But
that was way before me. But I remember you telling this story before, and that's where I thought you were going with this.
Yeah, and so they, they had a good time. They were up here for the Super Bowl. This, that, another plane takes off. Then all of a sudden, it's got some problems. It crashes and takes out, a good portion of South Virginia Street. But now it's rebuilt. There's a bunch of houses and stuff there. But and I'm not saying it was just open. They took out some buildings and things like that, but literally killed everybody on board except for George. Like, talk about the 9 lives, thing type of thing.
Flirting with death.
Yeah, exactly. And I never pressed George on it, of why he stayed, but he stayed for some reason. And and ended up being a poker dealer down at the Atlantis. And I hope he's still there. I need to go down there and see if he is still there.
I don't think he is, but if it's the same guy I'm thinking, and I think it is,
yeah.
It's funny how the biggest little city in the world, it's a little city.
Yeah.
I moved here 20 years ago. I started playing poker. It's fun. It's hard for me to say this. I taught Peter how to play.
One of our friends.
Yeah, one of our friends. And
Okay.
people that know Peter, he's known in every poker room in Reno. He's very good. And I taught him how to play.
Right.
He's good.
I beat him. I beat him every time we play.
I beat him too, but for the most part, he goes down there. He's one of them sharks eating minnows all day long.
Sure. Peter is good. Don't get me wrong.
But for me to say I taught him, it's weird for me to say that, but I did because he never played before. But now he plays. That's what he does for a living. Yeah. But anyways, back to what I'm saying. 20 years ago, I moved here and I just started playing poker, and that's when poker was big.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm down there, and George was one of the first dealers we ever met at the Atlantis, and we got to be friends with him. Me and Peter got to be friends with him, and we talked to him, and we got to be, I'd go down there just to see George, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it was the point of, it was like, it was fun to see him. And it was part of the going down there experience, was going to hang out with your favorite dealers.
Right.
And here you are talking about him. I didn't know that was the same guy back then. I had no clue. Now I know, but I haven't seen him in a while. I think he might be dealing. Last I heard, he either retired or he was dealing at one of the other casinos.
Okay. And that would make sense.
Yeah.
The Atlantis treat you very good. I don't know if you remember this, but I opened the Atlantis when it was the Clarion.
The buffet?
I was there a lot.
Oh, okay.
But no, that buffet is new.
Okay. I didn't know.
You heard of the Purple Parrot.
Yeah. I remember when it was a Clarion. I've been coming here since the 80s to visit my dad. So I actually knew when it was a Clarion.
Yeah. So when they I opened it day one. In fact, I was up here, and when they were putting in the pit, they were still laying down the carpet.
Wow.
Like at midnight, because your the shifts work like this. Day shift is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Swing shift is 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. and then graveyard is 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Right. So I was hired and got put on graveyard, which graveyard is better money. It's usually less dealers, and a lot of your high rollers don't like to play with the tourist crowd.
Right.
So they'll come down 10, 11 o'clock at night, 12, and start playing and play through the night.
Peter plays for days. He literally, they nicknamed him at the casino, at the GSR when he was playing there. They nicknamed my buddy Peter. He was called Peter the Eater. They called him Peter the Eater. He would bring his laptop or his little tablet, and he'd bring a bag and he'd bring food, and he would stay there for 2, 3, 4 days straight.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not uncommon.
And right. He plays. I mean, it was almost like they were making him a shill. Like, hey, you stay here and keep the game going. We'll give you a couple extra chips. I mean, that's how they wanted him to do that. I mean, he was there. They knew he wasn't leaving, so might as well make him start a new game,
Yeah, give him some comps and stuff like that.
But like I said, it's just like, for me to say I taught him how to play, and as good as he is now, wow. I mean, I don't play as much anymore.
Well,
so
Peter's got an analytical mind. Like, even when he was working in the family business and stuff like that, he was more of the bean counter guy.
Yeah.
From what I understand. Right?
I love Peter. I was going to say Rain Man, but that would be a disrespectful thing, right?
What, to Peter?
Yeah, if I said Rain Man.
Call him whatever you want. Personally, I don't like it. But you know me. We're cordial to each other. I saw him for the first time after like 10 years, a couple of years ago at a poker tournament, and I'm like,
hey, it's like he's like Brady of the game, man. Everybody hates the guy that's good.
Yeah, he's annoying. But anyways, he doesn't watch these things.
He's going to watch this one. I'm going to tell him to.
You tell him to do it. You hear what Tim said about you.
Yeah, you got to hear what Tim said. He doesn't mean it, Peter.
Oh, no, he means it.
Hey, so, and I'm sure he feels the same way.
Oh, yeah. We're the hate's mutual. But no, but I think it's like that, you know. It's like you get two good players at each other, and they're going at it. Sometimes he wins, sometimes I win, you know, and stuff like that. And it's like you love to hate the guy,
right,
you know?
exactly.
And he's the guy that's like, oh, I'm going to take this pot down, you know, and you think he's just bluffing at it. Next thing you know, he's got pocket ace.
He is hard to pick, but
yeah,
I like the Atlanta. I used to, like I said, I love the GSR. Sportsbook was my favorite. I used to every 10 o'clock. I was there at 10 o'clock. I'd make sure I drop someone off just enough I'd call them.
Yeah.
And hey, save me a seat. I'm coming. And they'd write my name in, and I'd have a seat there. And Lannis won't let you do that. You call, they go, no, they can't. They won't do it.
Yeah, you got to be there in person.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're there every day and you call them and say I'm on my way, and they know I'm an Uber driver.
Yeah,
they know I'm coming. And GSR was great about that.
Well, you were invited to the Joker's Poker Tournament after a while that we used to play with Rob and all the guys from the
back. What's going on? We haven't had that. What's going on with that? We need that back.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But I will tell you this. On our second one that we ever did, because we were always down at the Atlantis too. We were bankers, but 10 o'clock rolled around. Hey, you doing anything? No, let's meet down at the Atlantis. We play that tournament. So one of the cool things is it costs us all they did. They let us have a table for that tournament down there. It used to be, was at Rob's house after that. But the second one we ever did was down there. So they let us have a table. They and
my name's on that trophy.
It is
a couple times.
Mine too.
Yeah.
But they were cool like that. I don't know if they would they still do that now. And then they gave us dealers. We just paid them. You know.
Yeah. No. It's a lot stricter now. I think it's hard to. They're banning players and everything. I don't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah,
it's like
corporate.
It's like that. It's the golf. It's the gamble thing. When the fun stops.
Yeah,
I stopped. I mean, I was going there and just. There's been times I'll go there and I can still go win a tournament.
Right,
I've done it. I'll show up and just all of a sudden I'll win. I mean, I got lucky.
Yeah,
because poker is luck.
You know, you got to have some luck in poker. You got to have a little bit of.
What do they say? Well, how's it say that it's better to be lucky than good?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's a poker 100%, tournament term.
So, but and so. You know, the places around here are usually pretty, are usually pretty good, as far as just back in the day, like when it was fun, you know, when you could go and everybody knew, you see the same old, it was kind of like Cheers, you'd go in, oh, you're here. Oh, you're here. Oh.
At the GSR, I knew everybody there.
Right?
We knew Tony and they were everybody. Hey, where's so-and-so? How come they're not here today?
Yeah.
Jim and Lynn, they're still there at the Atlantis. They're there every day. Jim and his wife, Lynn.
Yeah.
Linda. I said Lynn. Linda and Jim, they're there all the time. And you go there and you look for them. If they're not there, you go, where are they at?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Hospital or what?
Right.
But there was genuine concern, and it was fun, and it was nice, and it was a close knit. And then every once in a while, you got a fish tourist that came in. It's like, oh, what's this? Come on over, sit down.
Well, that's why I think that's when it started not getting fun for me. I'd walk in a room, they all be like, "Yeah, Paul's here." I'm not joking, Tim. I mean, it's a rebuy tournament. It's a $20 entry fee.
Right.
I'm in for $200 easily.
Yeah.
So when they see me coming, they know the pot's going higher.
Exactly.
If I got lucky and won it, then I get my money back and some.
Right.
But I mean, it got to the point where they were like, "Oh, good. Hey, they're like, yeah." I look like chum.
A lot of chum.
A lot of chum.
But anyhow, back to what we were talking about. So we know some of the few, and I'm glad we talked about George because great guy. Glad he was here. Not very sad what happened to him and his dad, but yeah. So talking about poker. Well, nowadays, what I've been doing is, again, instead of going down there and whatnot, I downloaded a couple poker app, on my phone. I've never done that before because I've always played for money. This is kind of playing for fun, right?
Yeah.
So
I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it too.
I didn't think I could ever play looser.
Right.
But I play a lot looser when I'm playing with free money. It's just all in.
If you know anything about a sit and go, that's what some of these guys even do on this one. You buy in for a sit and go, firsthand. They're going all in with 7-2 suited. And guess what hits? You got pocket aces, you call 7-7-2 is on the board.
I did my best poker when GSR was having the sit and go tournaments to get into the big tournament.
Yeah.
And I tell people, they were like, "Why don't you play the big tournament?" No. Or the cash games. No, I like playing 10 people. You got one table. I can beat anybody at the table 10 on 10, 10, 1 against 10.
Right.
I have no problem playing against 10. When you've got a room of 30, 40, 50 people, I'm good, but I ain't that good.
Well, you're grinding it out.
It's too long. It's too, I'm not quick. I like to bet the first pitch in a game, let alone the whole game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm on these, and it's going to get a little bit political here, but of course, like TikTok, this one's from China, but it's all over all countries, and in there little, you build an avatar and all that kind of stuff, and mine, you could put your flag, like what country you're from and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm playing in one. I wanted to bring this up, because this still has people reeling. Like me, I'm not looking for it, but it kind of happens. It finds me. So guy that I'm playing on there. And again, like I said, you can be friends with people and your friends and stuff like that. But just some rando that shows up, he's got the Canadian flag there. We sit down and we're playing.
Our neighbors there.
Yeah, our neighbors, right? Yeah. And this douchebag.
Oh boy.
Yeah. First thing he pops off after about two rounds, two hands, says, "Oh, F the orange man and F you and your tariffs."
And you're just an avatar.
Just an avatar. Some people don't put their picture and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just an avatar. I got the American flag on my shoulder because that's where they put it.
Right.
And this guy's going off on a free poker game about tariffs. So now me,
Kevin, they call them Kevins, right?
Yeah, they're Kevins and
Karens.
Karens.
Okay, all right.
And this guy was a true Kevin, liberal. If you want to talk about libtards in the United States, well, just go to Canada. I mean, you want to talk about the liberal, and there really is nothing in Canada. Let's put it this way: the only reason Canada hasn't been invaded 400 times is because we've been allies with them, and now the little babies don't like what we're doing with tariffs and stuff like that, like it should be. In my opinion, this is just one humble opinion. Well, let's bring some money back to America.
And this too, Tim, they're not too smart. They can't get past the first letter of the alphabet. A. You
need a beer? A. So now I'm just screwing with this guy hardcore. Well, you could tell he was just emotionally pissed, which I'm having fun.
He's on a computer, boy. He's tearing you up.
Going crazy. Not even paying attention to his hands. So he's out. He goes all in on Queen 9 off, and of course, but people. The point of this is that people are so unhinged out there. It's like, and it's poker.
Poker's supposed to be fun.
It is a free poker, so it's not like playing for money. I got like over $1 billion in chips, right? It's not real. It's not anything. It's just
or you would have cashed out a long time ago.
Exactly. But it's just for fun. But the thing is that nowadays you can't even have platforms that are fun that somebody's got to get all upset. And then the other one was guy had, or girl, whoever, I don't know what it was, had the Mexican flag over their shoulder and their avatar name, because you could put an avatar name for you.
Right.
And they had F dash and then the ice cube for F ice.
Oh yeah.
Right. And so I couldn't let that go.
Oh boy.
So I sit there and put in and type out El Deporto.
El Deporto, of course.
Yeah, but it's like, if you play on any of those or whatever, look, it's for fun.
Have fun. Yeah, so let me tell you my story about that. Speaking of avatars and poker, me and my buddy Ryan, we buy the virtual reality glasses. The game.
Oh, like you could, like on
it's the white one,
Xbox or
you put it on. You're in it.
Yeah, virtual. You're in it. Like you could bowl and you're at a bowling alley.
So first time I got it on, I'm over at Ryan and Kathy's house visiting. Me, Jen, they're there, and me and Ryan are playing poker. He goes, "Here, try it." He puts his goggles on me. I'm sitting down playing, okay, and I can see these people in there. And if you ever played it, it's so real. It's scary.
I'll bet. Yeah.
Okay. So as I'm there, I'm talking to these people and we're actually having a conversation. Their avatar's talking to me. My avatar's talking to, I can't see my face, but I can see theirs.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Ryan touches my arm in real out here.
Yeah.
I'm in this. He touches my arm. I literally jumped and threw the freaking thing across the room. I took it off and threw it. I go, no, that fucking guy touched me. They were laughing because I didn't. It was so.
That's how real
it was. So real. I thought the guy, the cartoon touched me. I'm like, how the fuck did I feel? This avatar touched my arm. It was Ryan actually touched me from the outside.
Right.
Scared the shit out of me. I mean, I threw his Oculus. That's what it was, an Oculus.
Oh, okay.
I threw the Oculus across the room. It freaked me out. I ended up selling mine to Tom. I had one. I got rid of it. I couldn't do it. It was either that or Ryan kept telling me, you got to watch porn on this thing. You got to watch porn on this thing. And I'm going, no. That was enough for me.
I've never owned one, but in the mall one time when they were first starting to come out.
Oh, we played golf. Golf was fun, but it's so it sucks you in. You almost like lose reality a little bit. It was scary to me.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's like a lot of the I don't know, what do you want to call them, the rainbow mafia. They're all that to them is their world.
Well, see, yeah, and that's why I don't do shrooms or any of the hallucination drugs, because if that freaked me out, forget it.
A lot of stuff's gonna freak
we ain't doing that ever. We ain't ever doing that.
Exactly. So, but anyhow, I did try it there, and of course they want you to feel the real effect. So I was on a freaking cliff, and literally you're walking, and when, like you said, when you're seeing that and you're stepping, and then the rocks start to crumble, like your foot sliding off.
It's too real.
Stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm done.
It was too. Maybe we're old, Tim.
Yeah, maybe. I know I'm old, but still.
I mean, the rock was crumbling because you were fat. It wasn't because of the virtual reality thing. But
and the walkway was about half my size. So this is not a place I wanted to be.
Yeah, that was. I tried that virtual reality poker stuff. No, I used to play the World Series of Poker on my phone all the time, and I just I don't have the time to do it anymore. It takes up so much of your time anymore.
Well, I when before the federal government got involved and everything, I won over $20,000 on a site, and
he paid his taxes on that, just so you guys know.
Oh no, I didn't pay any taxes on that, because that's why the government shut everything down a couple years later. Like
they wanted
Mattisau's, those guys lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then Mike the Mouth, because you could go on there, you could play those guys. And you're using real money.
Phil Ivies.
I got when you were talking about the sit and goes, so I played a $20 sit and go, real cash. Won that, which got me into the big tournament. And I'm playing. They gave you breaks like that. You got a 30-minute lunch break, so it was as real could get, but you're on the computer. Right. And so
I just don't trust it, because I played with friends in the same room. What do you got? Oh, I got that. Yeah, I'm going to fold mine,
Yeah, and so anyways, you're right. But
we used to get on the same tables. We'd get on the same tables.
Yeah, and so, but I won $20,000, and the same thing. I was like, holy crap, this can't be real. So when I went to cash out, they wanted, I had to send them, and this is how I knew it was, obviously it was in another country, but to fax them my driver's license and social security number, you had to punch into the fax plus 65, and then the phone number. Like now we know when that pops up on your cell phone, those are scam freaking texts.
Yeah.
But that's because they're coming from another country.
Right.
But sure enough, I wanted a wire transfer, paid the $25 for the wire transfer. I left $5,000 in my account so I could continue to play. Next thing you know, I got $15,000 in my account. Yeah. So I mean, but now it's like it.
I like to feel the cards in my hand. Sure, I like to see the people. It was more about not going down there to play poker. It was going down there to see the guys, like the barbershop type stuff. You know what I mean? Right. It was a hangout. It was the camaraderie and see the and to knock some of them out that pissed him off when you, Peter. You get mad when he knocks you out, or he gets mad when you knock him out. Same thing.
Yeah, I like about Peter is when you're playing at a home game. We play in some pretty good stakes home games.
Yeah, we do it every year for Toys for Tots.
For Toys for Tots and stuff. And when he gets knocked out like this, the last year that I played, he got knocked out. But Peter will sit there and then become the dealer.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
he does cool shit like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so as much as Peter is,
and he knows the
annoying,
game. That's the problem. He knows the game so much that he'll argue
Right.
with you until he proves you're right.
right? Or you prove you know, like
Yeah.
again, but again, it's, you know,
I mean, some of the dealers at the Atlantis right now, they've been to my poker tournament for Toys for Tots. They've came here and played in my garage.
yeah.
Some of the dealers, you know, so that's pretty cool.
It is a cool thing, but that's what we're talking about.
We're lucky though.
is
We're lucky
poker.
because we live in Reno and we have the pokers at our
Yeah.
fingertips anytime we want here.
Well, yeah, and if you want to go, you know, pick up a few hundred or 1,000 or whatever, and trust me, it's not like that every time. But
No.
you know, if you take
No, because I
$100,
stopped playing now.
yeah, and you turn it into 1,000, you know, I mean, great, that's an extra G, you know, and stuff. So, you know, we wanted to kind of introduce poker a little bit in this section because we want to talk about in the future. We want to talk about hands, you know.
Everybody's got that bad beat story.
Oh yeah, the bad beat stories.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I couldn't believe he played that. Yeah, I used to hate that when they say, I can't believe you played that.
Yeah.
You know what I used to do at the tournament? I used to really piss him off, Tim.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
me. I'm very good at pissing people off.
Sure.
I used to get on there and when I'd play one of my favorite hands was ace-6, which is probably technically in the book is one of the worst hands.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was my favorite. I always won with it. I don't know why. Would you get your hand you like to play with?
Yeah.
So I remember playing. It wasn't even that. It was worse than that. I probably played 7-3 one time, right?
Yeah, right.
And I knocked the guy out of the tournament, and he was so mad. I can't believe you played 7-3, right? And I made it. Here's what I did, just to rub the freaking, just to stick the knife in deeper.
Oh, it's fun.
I go, excuse me, dealer, can I get floor? Floor would come over.
Right.
And floor means, if you say floor, that means the manager has to come over. The dealer has no control. The floor runs the table.
Yeah.
So
dispute.
it's a dispute, right? So the floor will come over and I'll go, excuse me, I got a question for you. Did I pay my $20 entry fee? Yeah, you did. Do I get 2 cards, right? Yeah. I can play any 2 cards I get, right? Because I paid the $20? Yeah. Oh, okay. Just checking. I'd give them that spiel before they leave. You want to talk about pissed off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and
they're your cards. You can play whatever you want.
But you can't go in there, you know, guys like that, and some gals. I played some gals down in Vegas that were kind of the same way. Is that like
some of the women are worse? They got attitude.
Oh yeah, they
hate you. They don't forget.
No, they get attitude. Then they start trying to bully the table. You know, like they'll have 6-7 offsuit in raise, you know, and stuff like that. But you know, that's part of poker.
Remember I said I'm in for 200 on a $20 buy-in? That's because someone pissed me off, and I'll just go after him. I'll just keep going after him. If it costs me $100, so what? That's just how I play.
Right.
That's why I stopped playing.
So no, but the worst, one of the bad beats I got is I had pocket aces. I was in the small blind, so you know, small blind is second to last to act, and then you know the big blind gets to either, you know, if you raise, he either folds or comes over the top or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got pocket aces. So I do a pretty healthy raise. This guy calls me, and so the flop is 7-7-4. He slow plays. You know, there
he's got 7-4.
I got aces. Yeah. Long and short of it is ace comes up on the turn. Now I got trip aces, but he's already nailed because he had 7-4. So he already nailed the boat. I go all in. He calls, you know, and boom, wiped me out because it was a no.
And you gave him, I can't believe you played 7-4.
I did, but it wasn't that big. He's like, sorry, man. It's just that like I felt it or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Cool enough.
You know, and that's the truth. I said to say sometimes you feel it.
Yeah. But I wasn't like hating on this guy. I'm like, son of a biscuit. You know?
Now, is it worse to do what he did to you, slow play and all that, or is it worse than what I do? And anybody that's been on a table with me knows I've done this, and not in our home games, but I've done it at the casinos.
Right.
I'll leave my cards down. I won't even look at them. I'm like, I'm all in, and they're like, you didn't even look at your cards. I don't care. It's fun.
Yeah,
that was fun. And then you end up winning the hand with everybody. They got a couple people to call you. He didn't look. I'm going to play. I'm going to play. And I flip over like an 8-3, and the flop's got 8-3 or something, and you win 2 pair. That nothing. I think that's the worst thing. I think it hurts them worse.
Well, I mean,
and then I'll win the whole pot, and I go, I'm going to do it again. The thing with me at the poker table, when I said it, I owned it.
Yeah, you did it. Right.
I'm gonna go again. And I leave the cards right now. Look, guys, I'm not touching them. I'll make sure the whole table sees I didn't touch them. They're staying right there. All in, double the pot now. And they're going, oh, we're going to get them. They're easy. And you get lucky. That's what, to me, that's what means sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be good.
Right. For sure. And so, you know, and there are a lot of crazy hands out there, and people play a lot of things.
We could talk for days on that.
You know what my hand is? 9-6. You know, and 9-6. Yes, 7, 8, 5 will do a straight or go higher, but I like 9-6. And you know what? Because the flop is a lot of the times will come like 9-9-6 or 6-6-9.
Hang on. What's it really called? They call it the Big Mac or McDonald's hand. All you can eat, 69.
69.
Toucan chew. They call it toucan chew. That's another name for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that.
I won one of my biggest hands on 6-9 suited. So
Yeah.
It was 6-9 of spades. I won one of my. I remember it so far back, but it was the biggest hand tournament I ever won was with 6-9 suited.
When I won that 20 grand, it was Ace-10 suited. You know,
you remember those, but you never, you know.
Yeah, you don't remember the bad beats. Well, some of the bad beats, like the 7-7-4.
I haven't played so long.
In my sleep.
Yeah, there's nobody's bad beat that's worse than anybody else's bad beat. There's only 52 cards in the deck. So.
Right. Bad beat's a bad beat.
Right.
You know, type of thing. So yeah. But we do want to say this, you know, when you're out there playing, yeah, you know, some people make their livelihood at it. Some people, I knew guys, you know, I worked in the casino business. So the ones like this, the ones that you knew were locals, they would come in and you knew they had to buy diapers, but they're on a 21 table, chain smoking a cigarette, you know, this, that, and other. It's like, listen, go home, go buy some diapers, go buy some formula, and, you know, stop this mess.
I got
you
a
saw
story.
that too.
I got a story to tell you. I know I'm going to stretch this one a little bit. You got to hear the story.
Okay.
And anybody in Reno is watching this, you turn to Channel 8 News. You watch Channel 8 News?
Try not to, but
Okay.
yeah, I've seen it.
Channel 8 News. They got a guy on there right now, and I'm going to say his name. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Ben Deach.
Oh, yeah.
He's a reporter for
Yeah.
Channel 8 News.
Sure.
Every time I see him on the news right now, I cannot forget playing poker with him at the Atlantis once. One time, I never seen him again after this because if I seen him, I used to walk away because. And whenever he comes on the news right now, I look at him, I go, "You little fucking bitch," and I'm sorry, I say it. Here's why I say it. I remember being at the Atlantis playing a card game. I don't know. I think it was live, or it might have been a tournament. Probably tournament because I play tournaments. He got knocked out of the hand, and he stood. This is before he got into TV. Okay, so let me go back a little bit.
All right.
Now he's an anchor. He might have been new in the TV
Like
business,
a field reporter, at the
right?
time,
Something. But now he's an anchor. He's a headliner on there. And if he's watching this, he'll remember this because I know I'll never forget it. He loses a hand. He stands up and he walks out of the poker room at the Atlantis, the back door, glass doors. He slammed that door so hard I don't know how it didn't break. And I went, wow, what happened to him? And somebody said, oh, you got a bad beat on it. So you're going to act like that.
Yeah.
And now you're a celebrity on the news, Channel 2 News, Ben Deach. I seen you act like a little bitch at the poker room. I can never, ever in my lifetime forget that moment. And I'm sure you remember it too.
Wait a minute. You can call him a TV personality, a little bitch, the Ben Deach, but I can't call Jay Slater a little bitch who's a radio personality?
No, because Jay's a friend of mine. You don't know Ben Deach.
Yeah, but even if he's a friend of yours, he's a little bitch.
All right. Well, Jesus, I didn't know we were going there with it, but okay.
You brought it up.
I didn't bring that up. I was talking about a news anchor that slammed the door.
You know, so.
All right, on that note, you caught me off guard with that one. Wow.
Well, just because you're friends with a little bit. Anyway, you know, so he probably doesn't watch our show. He's too much into his.
I'll have to let him know to watch this one too.
Hey, go right ahead.
Hey, you guys, we'll talk some more poker. I mean, that was just a little
touch on poker today.
We got a little bit out there on poker. Let's make sure you subscribe and like it.
1, 2, 3,
Be going on TV here soon, so just watch out for that because that's coming. That is coming. So you.
Fat guys in a microphone. Fat guys in a microphone. 2 fat guys in a microphone. Big talk, no filter.